If World War III breaks out, which country will be the safest in each continent? Let's go continent by continent, looking at the countries most likely to stay out of conflict, avoid nuclear targets, and keep their populations safe. Let's start with Asia, because this is likely to be the most volatile region in a global war. Asia is home to several major flashpoints like India, Pakistan, China, Taiwan, North and South Korea, and even Iran, which has long been at the center of tensions in the Middle East. But in the middle of all this tension, Bhutan stands as a peaceful exception. Tucked high in the Himalayas, Bhutan is famous for its happiness rankings, clean air, and strong cultural identity. It has no standing army, and it avoids political alliances that could pull it into international conflicts. It's sandwiched between two giants, India and China, but remains careful not to provoke either. Bhutan's geography also plays a key role in its safety. Its steep mountains make it nearly impossible to invade, as it is extremely hard to reach by land or air, and then there are no major cities, military bases, or valuable global resources that would attract foreign powers. Even during previous world wars, Bhutan stayed untouched, and in the chaos of World War III, it's very likely to stay the same, isolated, neutral, and safe. Now let's move to Europe, where a world war could spread quickly, especially if NATO gets involved or tensions rise with Russia. One country in Europe has a long history of staying safe during global wars, and that is Switzerland. For over 200 years, Switzerland has maintained strict neutrality. It didn't take part in World War I or World War II, and it's not part of NATO or the EU. It has no foreign military bases on its soil and avoids taking sides in major international disputes. Geography also gives Switzerland a huge advantage. The country is surrounded by the tall Alps mountains, which act like natural walls. These mountains make it very hard for any army to enter the country from neighbouring places like France, Germany, Italy, or Austria. Similarly, Switzerland has built its tunnels and roads in a very smart way. If the country is ever attacked, these roads and tunnels can be quickly blown up or blocked. This would trap any invading army inside the mountains, making it almost impossible for them to move forward. On top of that, the Swiss have compulsory military training, hundreds of fortified bunkers, and emergency stockpiles of food and water that could last months. So if World War III breaks out in Europe, Switzerland is likely to do what it's always done: stay neutral, stay hidden, and survive. Now let's move to Africa. When people think of Africa, they often think of conflict zones and instability. But one country stands out as an exemption, and that is Botswana. Since gaining independence in 1966, Botswana has been one of Africa's most peaceful nations. It has no history of war, a stable democracy, and low corruption. It's also geographically very safe. Botswana is completely landlocked, surrounded by relatively calm neighbours like Namibia and Zambia, and it has no major ports, no military bases, and no nuclear reactors or strategic industries, making it a very unlikely target. So if a global war were to